time, snow's going to blanket the Great Peak Star West, but for now, summer still in season at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? 59. Bandit. Five.
On first down, Smith. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm going back to you. He's crashing. Look, squeeze. Get it.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Switch. Check 50. A little flare. Check 3. Watch out.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, watch it.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
61.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Fant, the 1st-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, 2nd tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Here's Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo. 5.
A shotgun snap for Smith. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
One more time with Lindsey, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Keep it up, keep it up. Switch.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They go play action here on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 53.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They go play action. Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
You think you gonna get this? Mike, check, 59. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Mike 5'9", Shoot!
Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Bears push further out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Broncos 3. Matt O'Donnell set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They can't hang with us.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, nowadays, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
47. Know your job. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. I got you, Pop. 47.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
180. Check 53. In the face. Alert, 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 alert.
Out of the gun, Trubisky steps away to his left. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Next to score, Bears 23, Broncos 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
22-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tackle. Wide. Get wide. Check.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34. Let's go, defense. Alert. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. We ain't giving up. Alert. Kill.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago 1st down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Alert. Sponge. No. Under 10. 10.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Right there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
You better be afraid of me. Alert. Tighten up. Alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Pass complete here to Sanders. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mike is 59.
On 1st and 10, Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run by Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
59. Watch the slant.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the lead is down to 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
180! Check 53. I got it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down, Chicago.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
58, Mike. Focus, defense, focus. 58, right over there.
On 2nd and 10, Smith letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now it's Lindsey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again.
It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 75 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had, very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Trubisky.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 29 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, It's 2nd and 21.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Go. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Too little, cupcake. 58, right over there. Right.
Now Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos had 15 4th-down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Mike to 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Bravo. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here.